Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into the financial world of Evergy Missouri West Storm Funding I LLC and Evergy Missouri West Inc. It sounds like a mouthful and looks boring, but stick with me, there might be a few surprises hidden in this report. Think of it as corporate treasure hunting without the map. We're checking out their annual report, also known as a 10K, for the year ending December 31, 2024. It's like their yearly house business report card. First up, it's important to note that both Evergy Missouri West Storm Funding I LLC and Evergy Missouri West Inc. have filed this report. Both say they are not considered well-known seasoned issuers, meaning they aren't the biggest players on the block like an Apple or a Google. They also say they're up to date with all the required filings. Moving on, let's talk business. This part is skipped, which is allowed by the rules for this type of report. We're not missing anything major here. The same goes for risk factors, cybersecurity, and information about their properties. These parts are also left out. Think of it as skipping the boring parts of a movie. They do say they have no unresolved comments from the staff. That's good news. It means the regulators aren't asking any difficult questions. Legal stuff is also skipped because of the kind of report. We are not missing much. Let's meet some of the key players. This information is for Evergy Missouri West Storm Funding I LLC. Jeffrey T. Lay is the manager and president. He took on this role in 2024. Before this, he held high-level positions at Evergy Inc. and other energy companies. He's been around the block in the energy business. Brett Lovell is the manager, treasurer, and secretary, also starting in 2024. He previously worked in corporate treasury and finance roles at Evergy and Aerojet Rocketdyne, another experienced financial guy. Michelle A. Dreyer is the independent manager. She works for Corporation Service Company and has experience with bankruptcy remote entities. Basically, a bankruptcy remote entity is set up to be separate from its parent company if the parent company goes bankrupt. This helps protect the entity's assets. Ms. Dreyer has a lot of experience as an independent director for these types of entities. These executives are also tied to Evergy Inc., so the company has a code of ethics for all its people to do things in an ethical and lawful way. Evergy Missouri West Storm Funding ILLC doesn't pay its managers or executive officers directly other than $3,650 to Corporation Service Company. This is because they are covered somewhere else. Moving on to relationships, Michelle A. Dreyer, the independent manager, works for Corporation Service Company. It is a related transaction, but it is not a big deal. Now, let's get into some more interesting stuff. This part is about some things specific to this kind of company related to assets and legal stuff. It says there aren't any significant things to report, but BN Mellon, which is the trustee, is involved in some legal stuff. BNY Mellon is often named in lawsuits because of its role as a trustee in mortgage-backed deals. They're fighting these lawsuits, but it's hard to say how they'll turn out. Evergy Missouri West Storm Funding I LLC is owned by Evergy Missouri West Inc., which acts as the depositor, sponsor, and servicer. It's all connected within the Evergy family. Finally, the report talks about following the rules for servicing criteria. This means they're doing what they're supposed to do when it comes to managing the assets. The Bank of New York Mellon Trust Company NA has to give a report about this, and they found some times where things didn't go as planned, specifically with paying investors on time. They're working on fixing these issues, and they said that these issues didn't happen when they were dealing with Evergy Missouri West Storm Funding ILLCFT. So, what does all of this mean? Evergy Missouri West Storm Funding ILLC and Evergy Missouri West Inc. seem to be operating as planned. This annual report is more about them checking all the boxes and following the rules than about huge business changes. The company seems stable with experienced people at the top. The legal issues with BNY Mellon are something to keep an eye on. Overall, Evergy Missouri West Storm Funding I LLC seems to be doing fine in its corner of the energy world. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, like, and comment.